Our next speaker is a firm believer in the power of resilience,
Thank you.
discipline, and self growth. From navigating the challenges of hostel life to excelling in sports and entrepreneurship, he has learned that true strength lies in perseverance and continuous learning. But what if the secret to unlocking our fullest potential has been with us all along, hidden in the wisdom of the past?
Vyom Gupta draws inspiration from an ancient text that has transformed his mindset and approach to life. Today, he will share how its teachings can help us tap into our own inner superpower, shaping us into the best versions of ourselves. Let's welcome Vyom Gupta on stage.
Imagine bursting through a cloud of impossibilities just like your favorite superhero, emerging victorious and insurmountable like light at the end of a tunnel, or knowing that anything is possible to your own faculties. Whoa. Someone in the crowd just thought, hey, that's not possible. We're not superheroes. But the truth is, my friend, we all have unimaginable potential inside of us. We just don't know how to tap on and access it. Sometimes, with a bit of guidance, we can watch the magic unfold. So I found the key to this wondrous alchemy. So come on a little journey with me. It was 2020 and the COVID pandemic had locked us all down. Schools were closed, parks were empty. It was amidst all this negativity that I was introduced to something that changed my life forever, the Bhagavad Gita. The ancient Indian text is nearly 5,000 years old, yet its wisdom feels remarkably relevant even today. The Gita is a conversation between Lord Krishna and Prince Arjun, set against the backdrop of a great war, the Mahabharata. It's wonderfully coincidental that I came across this encapsulated lifeline when we were fighting our own war against the unknown. The Gita isn't just a story, it's a guide to understanding ourselves, to finding our purpose and place in this world. As you flip through the pages, you almost feel as if you're in a battlefield facing a tough decision. That's where Prince Arjun found himself. That's when he turns to his friend, mentor, and guide, Lord Krishna. We face endless such struggles in our everyday life. The Lord's conversation with Arjun is the crux of the Bhagavad Gita. It's a guide to life, covering topics like how to make tough decisions, how to find our purpose and place in this world, and how to stay focused and calm under pressure. The Gita's wisdom is timeless. It doesn't matter whether you're 9 or 90. Its wisdom will help you navigate through life's challenges and decode your secret superpower. I'm very excited to share my journey with you, and I hope you can befriend and decode your secret superpower. As I began to explore the Bhagavad Gita, I was struck by a powerful lesson that stayed with me even today. It's the importance of having the right associates in our life. In the Gita, we see Prince Arjun facing a tough decision. He's standing on the battlefield surrounded by his friends and family members. He's torn about what to do. That's when he turns to Lord Krishna. In the Gita, we see Prince Arjun picking Lord Krishna over the mighty army offered to him. And ultimately, it's his guidance that helps him make the right decision, find his inner strength, and win the war. For me, this ideology has become a mantra. As a 13-year-old, I'm constantly surrounded by people who influence my tender thoughts, feelings, and actions. Now I want to ask you a question. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to make a tough decision? Was there somebody who influenced you? What did you do? How did you feel? Take a moment and reflect. The impact of good company versus bad company is staggering. Research shows us that students who have friends that value academics are more likely to achieve academic success. When having supportive friends can boost confidence and self-esteem by up to 40%, while hanging out with the wrong crowd can increase delinquent behavior by up to 50%. These statistics are a testament to the power of association. Now let's raise a quick poll. Who here has a friend who always supports them? Please raise your hands. Who here has a family member who always supports them and helps them become the best version of themselves? Whoa, look around, see how many people raise their hands. These statistics and your own experiences show us the power of association. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, how do I know who I should surround myself with? Well, that's easy. Just think, who are the people who uplift and support you? Seek out mentors, coaches, and advisors. Remember, the Gita teaches us having the correct associates is crucial in spurring ahead to the rightest path. As I continued to explore the Bhagavad Gita, I found another powerful lesson. It has helped me combat life's challenges. It's the importance of having clear goals and purposes. I still remember the day I decided to leave the comforts of a loving home and attend a boarding school. I was just 12 years old, and it was a tough decision. But I knew it would give me a chance to develop my extracurriculars and grow as a person. I was sitting in my dorm room, feeling scared and uncertain. And that's when I remembered how Lord Krishna advised Arjun to fight the Mahabharata, not for any personal gain or glory, but because it was his war of righteousness. So I decided that I had to focus on my own war of righteousness. What were my goals and purposes? What drove and motivated me? I took out a sheet of paper and started writing down my goals. I wanted to become better at sports. I wanted to become a better student. I wanted to become a better person. That's not all. I wanted to make my parents proud, and ultimately, I wanted to make a positive impact on the world. Okay, now I want to ask you a question. What are your goals and purposes? What drives and motivates you? It is found by research that athletes who have clear goals and purposes are more likely to face reduced anxiety and boosted performance. And the Gita says it beautifully in chapter 18, verse 6. You have the right to your prescribed duty. By performing one's prescribed duty, a person attains perfection. This shloka reminds us that by focusing on what we do best, we can attain glory and perfection. As I continued to explore the Bhagavad Gita, I found another powerful lesson that has helped me succeed in all of my endeavors. It's the importance of focusing on the process rather than the outcome. I still remember the day I went to my first chess tournament. I was so anxious about whether I would win or lose. But then I realized I was focusing on something that wasn't in my control. So I decided to focus solely on the process and rather than the outcome. I practiced every day, honing my skills and perfecting my techniques. And you know what? It worked. I started to enjoy the game more, and my performance improved significantly. Research shows us that employees who focus on the process rather than the outcome are more likely to experience flow and engagement. And athletes who focus on the process rather than the outcome are more likely to experience boosted performance and reduced anxiety. Now I want to ask you a question. Has a modern day lifestyle pressured you to focus on the process, or do you focus on the outcome? Ladies, gentlemen, and my little friends, The Gita has been my guiding light since I was just 9 years old. It has taught me countless lessons, like how to find the right associates, how to set clear goals and purposes, and why I should focus on the process rather than the outcome. Every time I read the Gita, I always come out with a new lesson and go into wider and wider dimensions. Now I want to leave you with some food for thought today. What is your superpower? Do you surround yourself with the right people? What are your goals and purposes? And finally, do you focus on the process or the outcome? Now I want to give you one final challenge today. For the next 30 days, I want you to surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. I want you to take a note of how you feel and what you achieved during that time. Remember, the Gita says, Yada yadha hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Whenever dharma declines, I reincarnate to restore it. So, let's be the heroes, change makers, and leaders of our own lives. Let's unlock our full potential together. Thank you.
Let's have a loud round of applause for Vyom. A big thank you, Vyom, for your inspiring words. You have reminded us that greatness is within reach. We just need to awaken it. Could you please stay back on stage? May I now invite Dr. Reshma Sheikh and Miss Shipra Jain to present Vyom with a memento in appreciation of his participation as a speaker at TEDx Youth at Euroschool Kharadi 2025. Thank you, ma'am.